Welcome into the Rocc Pod, presented by the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. I am John Gay from Jagged Detroit Podcasts.
I am Lisa Bibby, your neighborhood realtor with Keller Williams Advantage.
Happy to be joined today by one of the new chamber members, and that is Regina Loutzinger of Habatat Detroit. She's an art consultant. Regina, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited.
Tell us a little bit about you, how you got into this space, and your personal history, and a little bit of that.
My whole passion has been selling. I've been a sales representative throughout my entire professional career. I got the opportunity through the owner's wife that used to be one of my clients. I used to work at a clothing store, and she was my major client.
Okay.
Finally, she said, you know what? I'm tired of spending all my money here. Why don't you do the same for me at our gallery? So that is how I got in the ropes of things here. And I've been here about 2 years, and I absolutely love it. So excited.
What kind of learning curve is that to learn about the art and everything?
So I've been a lover of the arts since an early age. So it wasn't a huge difference. I mean, we have about 118 international artists from all over the world that we represent. So that was my learning curve, is learning the backgrounds of each artist as well as their techniques. So learning that and knowing how the art is made is a huge way to sell art. So that's where the knowledge comes from, for sure.
Well, I'm absolutely blown away by your website and the types of artists that you have on there. One in particular, Shelley Allen, the horse head. I'm a horse fanatic, and the deer heads. I mean, I had no idea you could do this with glass.
That's the beauty of glass art. It is such an underappreciated form of art. Even for me, I've always, struck to paintings and different types of sculptures and clay and pottery and things of that nature. So coming into glass, I was blown away. And we actually had an exhibition here called Blown Away, because there's a Netflix show called Blown Away where it's all our glass artists actually competing. And
I was waiting for the pun there, yeah.
Right.
So the glass artist John Moran was here, and we had an entire exhibition, and he spoke about it. But yeah, there's so many different techniques. We always have, like, the TV behind me, we always have the artist who is showcasing. So behind me is actually Stephanie Trenchard and Deanna Clayton. And we always put a demo because it's so interesting to see how their art is made. And it's so different for every single artist to see how they're made, and especially the thinking process to the art as well. There's a lot of components that come along with creating something as beautiful as they do.
So Regina, Habatat is the oldest and largest gallery that is exclusively glass artwork. Can you tell us a little bit more about the studio?
Yes. So we were founded in 1971 by Ferdinand Hampson. And being the oldest means that we have a lot of reputation with the glass artists from all over the world. You guys are probably familiar with Chihuly. He's everywhere with the glass art, especially in, I think, Palazzo?
The Palazzo, yeah.
Yes, he has a huge, if you look up, it's all glass. It looks like glass flowers. And he's one of the largest and most known glass artists. So we used to work with him back in the day, and now we're more focused on our artists here and showcasing their work. And, our location, I feel like we're a hidden gem, and a lot of people typically call us that. And so every time they come in, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is here. And I was like, I know, that's why it's my duty now to go on these podcasts and really speak about our gallery and definitely get the word out to bring more people to come see all of our amazing pieces.
Where are you located?
So we're located on 14 and Crooks. We're kind of in the industrial center. So we have an entire black building in the midst of all these grayed out white buildings. So we do really stand out. And even the inside of our building is completely black, except for this room, obviously, but it's completely black. And we put a couple lights on each pieces that really illuminate the pieces themselves.
Is there a certain number of artists you feature there? Does that change pretty frequently, or?
So we do have our recurring artists, about 118 international artists as well as local. We have maybe 3 or 4 local here in Michigan artists that we represent. As for changing up, we typically did in the past do a lot of pop-up shows throughout the entire U.S. We always go to Florida, Seattle, but right now we're focusing on doing more shows in-house. So just last month, we had about 2 different exhibitions. The John Moran one I spoke, which was on the 8th. And then on the 22nd, we have Stephanie Trenchard and Deanna Clayton still here. And their showcase is absolutely stunning. And you're able to see all these pieces online, of course, but it's way better in person.
Yeah, I was surprised at the size and the scale of some of these pieces. I mean, even online, like you cannot even tell. They look like they might be, I don't know, 6 inches high, and they're like life size. So it's pretty mind blowing to see it in person.
For sure. I mean, we have different scales, of course. We do have figurative work as well as abstract work. There's so many different aspects of glass art that we have. And I just hope that everyone can come and see it because it's truly a sight to see. And like I said, everyone comes in here and they always say, this is a hidden gem. Like, where was this? And I go, how'd you hear about us? And it's always the same story. It's like, I had nothing to do on this Saturday. I typed in art gallery and you guys populated. And they're always blown away. And they always end up leaving their email address for us to send other events and showcases of that nature.
So question for you, when you're featuring all these artists, how does an artist apply to be showcased in your gallery or become part of your events?
So there's a couple ways to go about it. Obviously, you're able to send us the artwork that you've created or build like a repertoire. And then we kind of call on you to come and showcase your art pieces. We always have different shows, an exhibition we want to do in the future, 2023, right? So me and Aaron Shea, who's the owner of this gallery, along with his brother, Corey Hampson, they're the two co-owners or stepbrothers who own the gallery. We would actually like to do this exhibition called Spark, where we feature 20 newer glass artists, as well as a mixed medium. And, mixed medium is when they do different types of either a painting or clay, anything like that. But we want to actually get to know more of the art realm and definitely showcase more artists that way and, give these artists a chance to showcase their pieces, even though they're new off the boat, basically.
What about the auction side of the business? How does that piece of it work?
We do an auction every single quarter and our resale is absolutely huge. And for those who don't know what, auctioning a piece is like or, how these things work and resale works, typically we have clients over like 30 to 40 years that we've been working with, and they've been slowly building up their collection. Sadly, when they pass away or, they want to downsize to a smaller house, they sell off their pieces. So what we do is we take those pieces, we inspect them, we make sure they're in fine to pristine condition. We don't sell anything with chips or anything like that. And we have an auction quarterly, and you'll see about 70 pieces in that auction. And they're open to everyone. We were working with live auctioneers. I believe we still are working with live auctioneers. It's a website online. But now we actually made it available to directly bid on our website. So you don't have to pay that 16% premium.
Oh, okay.
You typically pay on live auctioneers. So it's actually really exciting, but watch out for those. You're able to get a dream piece for a lower price. And, you can give that piece of art a second home, as we like to say.
It's like rehoming a puppy, only...
You're rehoming a glass art piece.
So who is your featured artist this month?
Typically what we're doing, we're opening a showcase for two artists, Thomas Leutzinger and Michael Behrens. They're two solo artists who are showcasing their art pieces. They have very vibrant, colorful pieces, very abstract. One is doing a 30-year perspective. So it's basically an exhibition dedicated to his life's work.
Wow.
And the other is called Drift, which Michael Behrens is doing, and he's from Germany. His pieces are absolutely stunning as well. They have a lot of vibrance to them. They vary in size, colors, and most of his pieces remind me of, just like an underwater life that he has, because I believe he scuba dives.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be here. But we are going to be doing a Christmas show here where we'll get the gallery all set with newer pieces, and you're able to come, enjoy the art, and, have a little holiday spirit as well. All the glass pieces will be here, and you're able to view it then.
Awesome. You've mentioned so many names throughout the podcast so far, Regina. Any other artists that you haven't mentioned that stick out to you as some of your favorites?
Oh, man, my favorite artist. I do love Shelly Allen, which you've mentioned, Lisa. She's great, and her inspiration draws from her living on a farm with her family. So her pieces draw from that. I do love Merlina Rose. I love her as a person, so I think I just naturally gravitate to her artwork as well. But her pieces are always stunning. Her process is completely different. She casts the pieces in sand, and then when the pieces cool down, you get this cool sand texture that remains on those glass pieces, and they're always colorful, and she puts artifacts in them, so they're really quite fun to look at. Another artist that I truly enjoy, Peter Horace pieces. He himself, again, I draw to people who are good, and naturally I love those pieces as well, but his pieces are always fun to look at. They're very vibrant in color, but instead of using different colors, he'll stick to one vibrant color, and all of his pieces are array in different shapes and sizes, so I enjoy looking at his pieces. Joe Ivacek, he's one of our more political artists that, he speaks through his work, and all of his pieces are very thought-provoking, but they're also amazing to look at. All of his pieces look like they're actually metal and they're rusting, and then he creates these, which I actually own. It was one of the first glass pieces I ever owned. It's a spray can that's crumpled up.
Oh, cool.
Has the paint coming off of it. And it's so cool. So he's one of my favorites as well.
I'm looking through all your artists as you're naming off these names. I want to check out their works. I can't wait to go back.
There's so much to see. And all I want to do is just spread the word, have as many people come out here. We're always open from 11 to 5 p.m. We have no admission fee. You're able to come and view this. We also do private tours. I do the best tours because, I love talking about, I'm very passionate about these. So
that passion is obviously coming through today. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Definitely. So if you're listening to this and you want to come and see some beautiful pieces, give a call ahead, ask for me, bring some of your friends, and I will go through all of our pieces and, talk about the techniques, and you're definitely going to be in awe, and it's definitely something you're going to come back to.
Well, I love your passion. And one of the things that your gallery puts on is an event called the NGG, Not Grandma's Glass. And I'd love to hear a little bit more about this competition.
Of course, this is Aaron Shea, his bread and butter. He absolutely loves this exhibition he's doing. So Not Your Grandma's Glass focuses on our artists that do more edgier, funner pieces. You're able to see, we showcase each artist. And like I was speaking, Joe Ivacek is showcasing his pieces on that website currently. They're definitely more raw pieces that are more fun to look at. And I want to describe them. They're basically not your grandmother's glass. It's basically just something your grandmother wouldn't put with her collection. It's more fun pieces, more thought-provoking pieces, definitely more storytelling to their pieces as well. And something definitely your grandmother wouldn't buy. Yeah. The website, if you want to see it, is notgrandmasglass.com. And you're able to view that anytime. We put on new showcases quarterly to monthly as well.
Regina, we mentioned off the top you're a new member to the Chamber. Can you talk about what the Chamber has offered you so far and how your involvement has been helpful?
Oh my gosh, I love the Chamber. The only thing I regret is not joining it sooner. They've all been truly so helpful. I don't know who I was speaking with. I don't know if it was Christine, but the people from the Chamber, they were truly just wanted to help me further grow the business and further reach the goals that I want with the gallery. So typically that was, getting more people in here, spreading the word. So they suggested this podcast to me. I mean, they suggested so many great things that I use to this day. We've actually have received people coming into the gallery by just sending those email blasts that they do.
Great.
So I'm utilizing those for every single show that we put out. I think I just want to end up going to every single event and seeing what's perfect for me. So I look forward to going to all the coffees, all the luncheons, and all the events that they have.
I was going to say, if you're a morning person, definitely check out the network first. It's at 7:30 in the morning, but it's a great way to really get to meet people, and they bring in speakers and talk about really cool, fun things.
For sure. I'm excited.
All right. It is now time for our fishbowl question of the day, or specifically today, I guess we'll say our glass fishbowl question of the day, where we pull a totally random question for you. So Lisa, can you please pull today's fishbowl question of the day?
Let's do it.
All right, let's dig into this glass bowl here. What food combination do you eat that makes others cringe?
Doritos with cream cheese.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. I can see how you would do that, but I've never even heard of that.
Cool Ranch or nacho cheese, or what are we talking here?
No, we're talking nacho cheese Doritos with Philadelphia cream cheese. And I don't know how I don't know how it happened. It was just a thing that I gave it a shot, and I was like, this is pretty good. Like, this was actually quite lovely.
It sounds like one of those times when you're like haven't gone grocery shopping and you clean out the fridge and you're like, what's left? Bag of Doritos and cream cheese. Let's try it.
I can see how that would make people cringe, but Lisa and I are both sitting here like, that might be pretty good.
I'm a cheese freak, so I'm like, put cheese on everything.
Same. I can't get over cheese. Cheese is a part of life for me. Literally, cheese with everything. You can eat cheese for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just a little snack too. The cream cheese in that. Come on.
Love it. Regina, if folks want to come check out the gallery, phone number, address, website, best ways to find you.
Gotcha. We're located on Fernley Avenue in Royal Oak, Michigan. Our address is 4400, super easy to remember. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can give us a call at 248-554-0590. Please come check us out. You won't regret it. I can 100% sure that you'll be back and on our mailing list from the first time you walk through our gallery. We do private tours, we do events and exhibitions all the time, so there's always something new to see. Bring a friend and come show them the hidden gem that is Habatat Detroit Fine Art.
And the website, which we'll link in the show notes along with the other content information, is Habatat, spelled Habatat.com.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Regina. It has been so awesome to get to know you and hear a little bit about these artists that you're showcasing at your gallery. My name is Lisa Bibby, and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Advantage. I put the real back in realtor. The market is shifting, and yet there is still a niche market with low inventory. Looking to get top dollar for your house? Give me a call, or you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Sold by Lisa B.
I am John Gay from Jagging Detroit Podcast. If a podcast is part of your 2023 marketing strategy and you like the way this podcast sounds, I can create a show and a podcast for your business. Nobody knows your story better than you. We help you tell it. You can find me online at jagindetroit.com. Also, a shout out to Trish Caruth, our third co-host, not able to be here today, from Your Personal Jeweler. She's a third-generation jeweler, and you can find her at thepersonaljeweler.com. Thanks for listening to this episode of The Rocc Pod, presented by the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. For more information about chamber events or how to get involved, you can visit royaloakchamber.com. Thanks, everyone.